Okay, analyzing sentence diagram number 2 from today's activity. We have basically a main clause that begins with Robert as the subject. Will do will be the verb. So we have the auxiliary will plus the lexical verb do. Robert is a proper noun. Now here we have two options. If you have the interrogative pronoun as an expletive, that's fine. I think I would ideally put this as a direct object. So Robert will do what is the direct object of the verb will do. It's expressing what Robert will do. So I would include this as the direct object. Now you have basically three dependent clauses. Specifically, you have three subordinating clauses. Check your own work and make sure that you've labeled these three as subordinating clauses. And the conjunction if, subordinating conjunction, basically three ifs here with a dotted line that begins from the verb will do. And then we'll connect each of these three subordinating clauses, which we'll talk about now. So the first one here, she forgets to give, right? So this is coming up from here. If she forgets to give him gifts and greeting cards. So she is the personal pronoun functioning as the subject. We have the verb forgets, and we have a direct object, to give. To give him gifts and greeting cards is going to be our to infinitive phrase. So we're going to use a riser to bring this up. So we have the infinitive to give, and then we have an object of the to infinitive. What are we giving? Gifts and greeting cards. Okay, so remember asking the question what will usually provide us some sort of an object. In this case, again, object to the direct, to infinitive. So we have gifts, and then we have greeting cards. Okay, so greeting is going to be our adjective, and then we're going to have a coordinating conjunction and fanboys that's going to connect gifts and cards. It's going to connect these two nouns or these two words. And then we're going to have the indirect object him. Make sure him is underneath the verbal to infinitive. So this is going to be working towards, it's going to be functioning as an indirect object. This is a object pronoun. And again, it should be below the to infinitive to give. All right, now looking at our next subordinating clause, if their marriage is no longer as important to her as it is to him. So we have if, then we have marriage as a noun functioning as a subject. We have the linking verb is, and then we have the adjective important. Make sure that you have your backward slash to indicate that this is a subject, linking verb, predicate, adjective sentence pattern. We have longer as an adverb, and then no connecting to longer. So basically two adverbs underneath the linking verb is. And we also have an indirect object to her. And again, this should also be under the linking verb is. We have an adverb as, and this is also going to be connected with another as, just as I've indicated here. And it's basically with as and then another as, this pair, it's connecting the predicate adjective to a clause. So we have subject, we have subject pronoun it with a linking verb, and we have the diagram as noted here. We're going to have an X because we don't have any type of predicate noun or adjective. And we're going to have an indirect object to him that should be underneath the linking verb is. All right, let's look at our final if clause, our final subordinating clause. And let's see, this is going to be if she becomes interested in other men. So she is our personal pronoun functioning as a subject. We have our linking verb becomes, and then we have the predicate adjective interested. This is also a verb in the past participle, and then we're going to have the prepositional phrase in other men. In is going to be a preposition. Men is going to be our object of the preposition or our noun, and then the adjective other that modifies the noun men. All right, so double check your work against what I have here. And if you have any questions, feel free to respond by posting in Microsoft Teams. If it's something that you think we need to discuss, feel free to come by my office and I'll be happy to go over this with you one-on-one.